Very good morning to everybody. Uh, I am very thankful to the organizers of this summit, that is eINDIA Governor Summit 2012. I have been asked to speak on the multi-mode transportation system, how effectively it can reduce the traffic on the roads. In fact, in my past career, almost half of my professional career I spent on the transportation engineering. After taking over as a chairman and managing director of engineering projects in India Limited in 2009, I actively associated for diversifying the company mainly in the multimodal transportation system. As many of you might be knowing that in Delhi, metro has made a life very comfortable to the commuters. It has been estimated that almost 10 to 15% traffic on the roads have been reduced. But this system can be more effectively utilized if commuters are provided this public transportation system from point to point. The best mode of transportation system to take in the arteries of the cities and in congested cities is the monorail. We have tied up with the SCOBY of Malaysia for technology transfer for monorail system in India and in overseas also. In India, many cities like Lucknow, Kanpur, Indore, then Hooghly, we are taking up with the state governments. And in overseas, in Sri Lanka as well in Bangladesh also, discussions are on. Though, just I wanted to discuss on the features of this mode of transportation system. In fact, before I may start, I just wanted to share my experience. Recently, I have been to Tokyo on India Summit, and surprisingly, after so much developments in the country and especially in the Tokyo city, hardly I could able to find any traffic on the roads, though the roads were very narrow and there is no scope for expansion. Later, I have experienced that the most of the citizens, they are using the public transportation system now. That is monorail as well as the metro. And very few commuters, they use their own public transportation system. In India, until and unless we will not strengthen this multimodal transportation system, the traffic problem cannot be resolved. In fact, if you will be agree with me, if we are using our own transportation system, so we are not burning the petrol and diesel. In other words, we are burning the dollars in the foreign exchange. So this problem can be resolved to the great extent if we will strengthen our multimodal transportation. Let us go through it, then we will discuss further on this subject. Engineering Projects India Limited, we were established in 1970 and we are the leading engineering organization in construction and consultancy. And we are the first Indian public sector enterprises to take large civil projects in overseas and pioneer in providing integrated service from concept to commissioning, and we are Mini Ratna. And major area of our operations are civil and structural works, material handling, water supply, highway roads, oil and petrochemical, dams and irrigation, electrical transmission lines. Then we have, as I already mentioned you, we are mainly diversifying in two areas without disturbing our original mandate, that is mass rapid transport system and modernization of steel, cement and power projects. Then Now the subject which is to be discussed on the monorail. About the monorail, no, it runs only on the single beam, and mostly it is elevated, and vehicles are suspended or staggered. Monorail vehicles are wider than the guideway, and the construction and all that. How you can see the fast construction. That on the median we can raise the pillars and erect the beams, and this occupies just 4 to 5 meters of the corridor, and on the medians we can run the monorail system. Here you can see on the top you can have monorail, and below you can easily run the traffic. And beauty is that it can take any sharp turn, and it can go easily in the arteries of the city, that is in very congested areas. That here also
one
you can
unique
see
stretch of beamway is
on the
located in
flyovers,
between a ground-level
we can
parkway
also
and an elevated
run the
expressway.
monorail if it
A
is
clever
properly planned.
dual-use design that is efficient and practical. One myth that persists about monorails is that they are inherently unsafe in an earthquake. This simply isn't
You can
so.
see just on the
Japan is
single
one of the
beam
most
in
earthquake-prone
Tokyo,
countries on
this
Earth,
system is
and
very
yet its
effective, it is functioning. Yes. Then again, you can see the state of art, these type of stations on the road itself. Down below you can have your vehicular traffic. On top of it you can have stations and monorail. Without demanding any additional space, the stations and monorail system can be accommodated on the median, and also station on the roads. Next. The entire system runs on the rubber wheels, and it is a totally noiseless operation. And another beauty is that the monorail has no scope for derailment. No. Next. And it can negotiate the radius of 50 meters. And another beauty is that it can take a gradient of 6%. It means very high gradient it can negotiate. And if you compare monorail system, it just occupies from center to center 4.5 meters, whereas metro system requires 15 to 20 meters. Next. And is again environment friendly. Next. And as I already mentioned, that safety is much more on many folds more than your metro system, because it runs on the concrete beams or steel beams, and there is no scope for derailment. Next. And cost is almost half of the metro system. Next. Next. Now, these are the monorail systems which are already in operational in Sydney since '88, Japan 1990, then again New Jersey 95, and in Naha, Japan 2003, Malaysia 2003, and from USA 2004, Moscow 2005. These are all where this is being operated now. Next again, for the changeover of the lines, no, it requires a very small space, whereas it is not possible in the metro system. Here you can see the monorail comes on the one side of the beam and points changes and it can go on the other side. So hardly it means it requires any additional space. Next. This is a monorail already which is under test. The rails which have been supplied in Bombay, in Malaysia, the SCOMI has their own testing tracks where this runs and tested, and then only these are dispatched. No? Here also you can see that it negotiates a very sharp curves and negotiate very high gradient. Next. These are the areas where we have submitted the proposal for the monorail. Delhi government, we have proposed 42 kilometers all along the ring road. Then Kota, we have given 17 kilometers. Then Jodhpur, these are all own private investment now. The strategy is that you maximize the commercialization and reduce the fare. And in the while commercial exploitations, as you might be knowing that in Bombay, the commuters, when they get down from the local trains, first they shop and then they go to the house. No? So similar concept can also be generated. All the stations will be major commercial hubs like Big Bazaar for grocery items, multiplexes, so that commuters get down from the rail, shop, and they can travel. No? So the strategy is that on the PPP model, the ticketing only just fulfill the requirement of operation and maintenance, and the main capital will be returned from the commercial exploitation. Those can be the multiplexes, shopping centers, big bazaars. So with those, whatever the means return we will get, that will be for the capital investment. And these are the areas. Patna, we have given proposed 31 kilometers, Raipur 25 kilometers, Dehradun 12, then Hubli 20 kilometers. Next. There is a small documentary on the monorail system.
We are EINDIA, Engineering Projects India Limited. A developing country's expanding infrastructure strains the existing facilities. EPI understands this, and that is why we are proud to be associated with SCOMI, the pioneers in the monorail business. A transport system that is clean, state-of-the-art, cost-effective, long-lasting and comfortable is the need of the hour. Monorail is all about that.
बहुत जल्दी ट्रैफिक जाम की समस्या भी निवार हो सकती है, क्योंकि शहर में मोनोरेल परिवहन प्रणाली जल्दी शुरू हो सकती है। राज्य सरकार की इस योजना को पहले से थी और इंजीनियरिंग प्रोजेक्ट इंडिया लिमिटेड नामक देश की अग्रणी अभियान की कंपनी ने एक योजना तैयार कर इसे सरकार के सामने पेश किया है।
As a transport system, these are some of the salient features or advantages of monorail. Faster construction, seamless integration with existing structures, noiseless travel, a highly flexible and easily maneuverable means of travel, fit to run on all types of terrain, smallest carbon footprint, environment friendly, safe and reliable, lower costs. A monorail station offers optimal usage of space and the possibility of using the space under the stations for running traffic and building complexes. Some of the added advantages of monorail include degree of maneuverability, a mass transit system that can negotiate sharp curves and handle high gradients. In terms of environment friendliness, monorail is a non-polluting simple structure that does not obstruct the flow of air and sunlight. When it comes to safety and reliability, the nature of track design makes derailment of monorail virtually impossible, while this can be an issue in the steel wheel design of other rail systems. And when it comes to emergency situations, monorails can be easily, efficiently evacuated. Monorail has a sleek aerodynamic appearance that is pleasing to the eye. A good monorail design can blend it with the modern urban environment. Monorail typically makes lesser noise because of the usage of rubber wheels. Monorail costs a lot less as compared to the metro. EINDIA's expertise in turnkey project management will help facilitate construction of a rapid transit system with a streamlined design that is reliable, cost-effective, eco-friendly, and most of all, comfortable. EINDIA dreams of an India with more connectivity. We are eINDIA, Engineering Projects India Limited, a Government of India enterprise. Under the aegis of Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Government of India.
As you have seen that proposal have been submitted to the various state governments, and we are in a very advanced stage to start the monorail projects. Hopefully, in a couple of months, we may start in 2-3 states these monorail projects, and when we will actually physically start the work on the ground. As you know, in Bombay already the work is in progress, and once this system is made operational, and physically we can see that how it will make the life comfortable for the commuters now, especially in the cities like Delhi, Bombay, and other metros, where monorail will work as a feeder system to the main system, and it can be taken in the arteries of cities for providing point-to-point services to the commuters. We expect once this service is made effectively operational, almost 50% traffic on the roads will reduce. Thank you very much for patient hearing.